is science. Science opens doors that imagination dares to knock on. It is our culture to remember the Almighty, creator of the entire universe, before we start. So let us begin this program seeking the blessing and the presence of the Almighty. I would like to invite Hafiz A. Muhammad Yasin of 1st BCA B to recite a few verses from the Holy Quran.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. كما أرسلنا فيكم رسولا منكم يتلو عليكم آياتنا ويزكيكم ويعلمكم الكتاب والحكمة ويعلمكم ما لم تكونوا تعلمون فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله أموات بل أحياء ولكن لا تشعرون صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you for the beautiful recitation. I kindly request everyone to stand for the Tamil devotional song. Please play the record. Thank you. Be seated. Welcome is the beginning of a beautiful journey together. Kindness and respect make everyone gathering special, and true leaders inspire through their ability to uplift others. With great pleasure, I am happy to invite Dr. A. Sheikh Shahul Hamid, Director AAH Laboratory, C. Abdul Hakeem College, to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our esteemed dignitaries on the dais and off the dais.
Good morning to everybody and good morning to you all. So most respected Janab Javdin Sahib, General Secretary MMES, respected P. Nazir Ahmad, Vice President of OMEIAT, Janab Hanif Sahib, President of OMEIAT, Dr. Tirunavukarasu, Principal Scientist Retired, SIBA, Chennai, Dr. Akhtar, Joint Secretary of OMEIAT, Dr. Sajid, Dean of our college and Principal Jagir Ahmad, and our teaching, non-teaching staff, conveners of the NSF, organizing secretary of NSF, co-conveners, coordinators, and students who are the future scientists of our country, and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I thank the organizing committee of NSF for giving me opportunity to welcome this gathering. So I am very happy to welcome you all for the great function of the NSF 2025. I am very much delighted to welcome our Jawin Sahib, who accepted to preside over the function. I welcome you, sir. I welcome Dr. P. Nazir Ahmed, Vice President of the OMEIAT, and Janab Hanif Sahib, Treasurer of OMEIAT. They are going to give a presentation address to the gatherings. So you all welcome you, sir. I am very happy to welcome my teacher, mentor, and guide, today's chief guest, Dr. Arasu, Principal Scientist, retired, and Head of the Fisheries Division, SIBA, Chennai, who accepted to give inaugural address in short notice. We are having very welcome you, sir. We also welcome my friend, Dr. Subbaraj, Senior Scientist, SIBA, who accompanied our chief guest. Welcome, Subbaraj. We welcome Janab Abrar Ahmed, correspondent of our college, and Janab Rizwanullah, correspondent of Abdul College of Engineering and Technology. So we welcome you, sirs. So we also welcome Janab Anis Ahmed Sahib, MMBS correspondent, MAS College of Women correspondent, and Janab Jafarullah. So we also welcome the members of the MMES and the college committee members for this great function. So I welcome our Dean, Dr. Sajid, our Principal, Dr. Zahir Ahmed, teaching and non-teaching staff of our college, who worked day and night for this science program. I welcome you all the first. I also welcome the co-conveners, Dr. Kamal Nasser, Muhammad Hanif, Dr. Anwar Basa, Dr. Muhammad Rafi, and Dr. Rafi Muhammad. Without their support, we could not conduct this great function. So all of you welcome, sir. So we also welcome the coordinators of NSF, Dr. Akhtar, Mr. Ibn Sood, Dr. Abdul Majid, Dr. Arifin, Dr. Safiullah. Their contribution is great to this fair, and we all welcome you all the people, sir. I welcome all the teachers and parents who accompanied the students. Your contribution and mentorship and motivation to the students have given the shape to our young future scientists. All your efforts are highly appreciable. So we are very happy to welcome you all for this great function. Finally, we are very happy to welcome our young scientists who are going to display all their project works, who have come from different parts of the country. So you are the future of our country. Your contribution to the society will be highly appreciable. I welcome all the students for this great science fair. So by grace of the Almighty, we are all assembled here for this great function of the National Science Fair 2025. This science fair is aimed to motivate the young minds to create the scientific ideas and innovation in their mind, and it will help them to become the scientists in future. So because the scientists are very important to develop the country. Just I give you an example. So today's our chief guest, Dr. Arasu. He worked as a scientist in different fisheries institutions in India. So Dr. Arasu and his team developed the technology of shrimp production. Just 30 years back, our shrimp production was just less than 1 lakh ton. So because of development of the technology by this group of scientists, and also the transfer technology to different private organizations, now the shrimp production is more than 10 lakh tons. So this achievement because of the scientists. So the scientists are very, very important to the country. So not only that, we need more scientists in different fields of the research, like medicine, agriculture, biotechnology, industry, space. So like that, we need more scientists. So this kind of program will definitely help our young students to create the future scientists of the country. See, what I'm going to request for all the young students is, you should not stop your research attitude just only for this science program. Your research attitude will be continued. It will help to become the scientist, and you can choose any field of your field, like medical field, agriculture field, or environmental field. Any field you can choose and become the scientist. Definitely your contribution will be very useful for develop the countries. So with this, I'm going to end my speech. So I'm very happy to welcome you all. I have not missed anybody, so if you anybody miss, please forgive me. So I welcome you all for this program. So now I'm going to introduce our chief guest. He is my teacher and mentor. So without him, I have not completed my PhD. Without him, I would not be reached this much level. So really, I'm very much thankful to you, sir. And also, he accepted with very short notice for this program. So really, he's not a new person to us. He visited many times to our colleges. So whenever I put a request, so he's a very, very simple person. Sometimes he will travel by bus to our college. So because he is a very big man in India. So actually he completed MSc and PhD in marine biology in Annamalai University. he joined first state government service for few years. Then he joined as a scientist in Simafare. Later he became the senior principal scientist and the head of the physics culture in Central Institute of Brackish Agriculture in in Chennai. So he developed the technology for shrimp production and fish production first time in India. So not only that, he transferred the technology to all the different private organizations. So many private organizations are doing that fish culture and prawn culture by using this technology. So actually that is SIBA. SIBA means CIBA, Central Institute of Brackish Aquaculture. Since he developed the technology for sea bass production, sea bass means kodwa mean, that is one of the very important edible fish. So we call him, it is a sea bass institute because of the technology developed by him. So he is a very famous scientist in India because of the fish seed production. So he published more than 56 publications in well-reputed journals, and also he written so many books in different languages to help the fish farmers, because they are using as a Bible of his book for all seed production as well as culture of the fish. Then he also handled the MSc classes. He handled the PhD courses for me also. So he also helped me for doing PhD work. So he produced a very less number of PhD, but he helped more than hundreds of PhD scholars. Without him, we would have not completed all the PhD students. So he's a very helpful person. He completed many research projects, not only Indian funding agency project. He's also completed many projects funded by the different foreign countries. So he visited many foreign countries like Norway, France, Thailand, Vietnam. So I accompanied him to Norway for collaborative projects with the Norwegian government. So 2 or 3 times we visited Norway along with him. So we developed the vaccine for one sea bass fish. So that is a project funded by the Indo-Norwegian project. I was very happy to accompany with him for this project. So he also conducted many workshops for the farmers. So really I am very happy to be here, him to be here today. So I am very much thankful to you, sir. You welcome me, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. A valid token of fond memory is a gliding springboard of perennial remembrance that flashes scenes of unforgettable event and episode. It is my best fortune to request our General Secretary, MMES, Dr. S. Ziauddin Ahmad Sahib, to mantle and present a memento to the most revered guest, Dr. A.R. Thirunavukarasu, Principal Scientist, Retired, Central Institute of Warwickshire Aquaculture, Chennai. Thank you very much, sir. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Let us wish this light of education takes over the darkness of differences, injustice, and violence in the world and guide us toward progress, equality, and freedom. With immense delight and profound respect, I now request Dr. Peshimam Nazir Ahmed, Vice President, Organization of Muslim Institutional and Association of Tamil Nadu, to deliver the felicitation address to this august gathering.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi ashri sadri wa sidli amri. Respected President of this function, Ali Janab Allah Ziauddin Sahib, and our esteemed Honorable Chief Guest. Really, we are lucky to have such a great personality among us. We cannot even dream of it without the support of Shah Ulami Sahib and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Due to the shortage of time, I am just minimizing the introduction. Really, today we are very fortunate to have this sort of NSF on behalf of OMEIAT. This is the 18th year that we are doing it. Really, it is to be appreciated, commendable. My dear teachers and students, during 1975, on 12th November, late Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, the President of India, said that India should be cashless comparing to the foreign developed countries, that it should not be polluted. The mistake which they have committed, we should not do it. Yeah. And sharing the platform, Dr. Nurul Islam, the then Union Education Minister, said, we have to introduce science and technology in every class and improve the teaching of science to all the students, and even a common man should apply his mind for science and do his needful to avoid superstitions and obscurantism. Even after 50 years, my dear teachers, you know better than me where we are. Yeah, really thanks to the efforts of Dr. Khazi Azharuddin Sahib. He is a professor from Michigan University, USA, that during the last two decades, he is doing his best service to the humanity, visiting India from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and motivating the teachers, students, and management to conduct science fairs instead of science exhibitions. Science fairs is a common event in the developed countries, and as far as the science exhibitions are concerned, although it is a common event in India, but the result is so below comparison to the science fairs. Yeah, really, today we are fortunate that on behalf of OMEIAT, we are doing this 18th century, and the brain behind this, a team of work is going on by Dr. Kamal Nasser and others from the OMEIAT members, and particularly mine figures are there. Yeah, it is a teamwork. They are doing it best. I congratulate them and appreciate them, and I pray the Almighty Allah to take this work still forward. Yeah, the science fair is comparing to science exhibition. Science exhibition only the assembling of the components, and based on the some static and based on this and the working program and based on some old concept, we are proceeding on the science exhibition. Whereas in science fair, the things are very different. The student is using his inner coherent curiosity and doing his best to apply his mind and application it on the science project and get successful. And further, in science fair, the student is doing best to apply his mind in not only in things making the project successful, he shares with the ideas of the teacher and interact with them. And because of the capacity of this, doing the work as a scientist, and scientific methodology is being under the base, the budding scientist is doing the work, or what the scientist does. Really it is appreciable, and really it is commendable that at this stage, if we train these students in future, definitely they are going to become the great scientists. Not only that, motivation, inspiration, curiosity, and creativity, it will lead the students to successful projects. Moreover, the unfortunate thing in India is that our education has got a very great setback. Therefore, it is the need of the time that our teachers should come forward to teach the science and exactly what it is needed to be seen. We should avoid the bookish knowledge, and we should do the science experiments, hands-on experiments. Inshallah, in doing so, we will produce the inventors, lot of inventors in future. Moreover, we have to develop the need of the time is we have to cultivate the scientific temperament among the students. The attitude of scientific temperament is the basic nature, and it should be nothing but it is emotional and social and mental skills. We are utilizing it for this temperament. Today, it is every nation in the world which is developed in science and technology is really prospered, and it is leading the world and bearing the leadership. Without that science and technology development, no nation is progressed, and it has nothing to do with the leadership of the world. And you know, best to developed countries, superpowers are the leading, and now the thing is that it is to be regretted that in spite of all this, our Indian universities are not in the first 50 universities of the world. Therefore, this is a time for our students to come forward and take interest and active participation in the activities of the scientific things and make these things scientifically and innovatively public. And moreover, to instill the thoughts of scientific attitude among the students, the teachers have to come forward and do their best to make them realize the interdependence of the science, society, and technology. In doing so, definitely the students will come up from the bottom level, from the primary level itself. And moreover, by sharing the platform, the teacher and the student, the educator and educator, both they will interact their things in new ideas and coming to develop in new innovations. But also one possibility is that people are, students are coming, this peer group with these budding scientists are coming together with the peer group from primary level to higher secondary level and interact with the scientific abilities and scientific attitudes. It is a great benefit in during the science fair. Further, Islam encourages science and growth and development and facilitate this in teaching of science and reason. And as you know, during the first 5 years of Islam, that Muslims have contributed a number of things to the world civilization. Yeah, they were the pioneer in the world of all the developed disciplines during the first 5 years of 5 decades of the century, 5 centuries. But unfortunately, the thing is that now today somewhere the history is shifting back. Yeah, the thing that for your kind information, in Quran, there are 6,666 verses, ayahs. Among that, 200 verses giving importance to salat, namaz, and whereas there are 750 verses giving more importance to the study of nature. And regarding this, Islam encourages to study nature. Rabbana ma khalaqta haza batila. We have not created all these things in vain. This man should think about it, come out early. And accordingly, using this theory, our Prophet ﷺ said that ink of the scholar is more mightier than the blood of the martyr. The ink of the scholar is more mightier than the blood of the martyr. A person who leaves his home in the path of seeking the knowledge, he is walking in the path of Allah. And the person who is going for learning instructions and science, Allah shows him the way to paradise. Not only that, 1 hour of meditation is more better than 70 years of prayer. And 1 hour of learning science and instructions is better than attending the 70,000 funerals of the martyrs. And at the same time, better than the 70,000 years prayer. And like that, the importance is gone. Hazrat Ali Rasulullah said that eminence in science is the great honor. One cannot die. He who dies not, who is going for learning. These are the instructions from the Quran and Hadith. And people now, the world is shifted, and we are forgetting these teachings, and we have closed the books, and now we are getting back. As far as, for your kind example, that it is the people of first Islamic civilization, they have come forward and introduced everything. How many of us know that arithmetic has been taught to the by Arabians to the Europeans? Yeah, really before the invention of the founding of the Cambridge University and Oxford University, Muslims have established Al-Azhar University in Cairo, Huraywan in Morocco, and Zaytunia in Tunis. Yeah, first lady woman who established the science exhibition is the science at the university is that lady woman Fatima Algeri. Yeah, these are the advantages of things. At Berber, the art of science, the art of paper making, and concept of hospitals, concept of public libraries, all these have been introduced by the Muslims during the first 5 centuries. And 9th century was the golden period of Islamic civilization. During this period, before the invention of telescope by Galileo, Abul Hasan invented it before 700 years ago. And not only that, Kazmi, he is the master of medicine, master of algebra, and master of mathematics and logarithms. And Aitan, yeah, he is the master of physics and introduced law of inertia, motion, and force, Newton, energy, and heat. Yeah, based on this, Sir Isaac Newton, during the later on, he developed all his theories, motion law, and laws of mass of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. One form of energy can be changed into another form or forms without loss. Is discovered by most of the Muslims. Moreover, Abu Nafis, he introduced the blood circulation, how it is pumping to the heart. Yeah, these are the, among all these, and Hyman, he said, yeah, Hayan, he introduced the master of the chemistry. He has introduced nitric acid, hydrochloric acid. In his own house, in the backyard of the house, he constructed a small lab introducing how to blast, so using sulfur and charcoal, and apart from sulfur and nitrate. These are the adventures was done during the so many years, but our people still we are sleeping. And the most favorite of my scientists is Abu Sina and Al-Biruni. Abu Sina is a man of medicine. Yeah, his book, The Canon on Medicine, is still in the Europe being in the current use. Five volumes of encyclopedia is now used during this totally in the European countries during last 900 years. And he is a pious man. At the age of 10, he memorized the Quran. And almost all the scientists, 99.97% scientists have memorized the Quran. They are not ordinary people. Based on the Quranic verses, they have been analyzing, researching. When Abu Sina used to get some complications in his research, he used to go to the mosque and pray to Nafil Rakas, and he will pray to the Almighty Allah, praying for to show Noor in his research, and accordingly he will complicate. He went with the intention of visiting Mecca. He visited 44 countries, covering 75,000 miles, and during this period, he came across lot of civilizations, lot of people, and lot of things which made him a surprising personality to be remembered forever in future. And apart from that, Al-Biruni, he is also the most intelligent person. He has written 150 books on chronology and anatomy, physics, mathematics, biology, and for philosophy, and astronomy, calculus, algebra, on mathematics. He is a vast knowledgeable person, Al-Biruni. He is the first person to discover the scissoring operation for late delivery among the ladies. He is the first person to find out, discover scissoring operation. Apart from that, he has done a lot of social work, and he is a really originally originated person, not an ordinary person. These two scientists are my favorite scientists, which I want to tell you. Because of them, the coming generations have a lot of things. But unfortunately, my dear teachers and the students, budding scientists, the society, the community, which has done so much things in previous things, where they are, once upon a time, they are leading the whole world. But now today, they have gone to the lowest state of the rank of the society. Yeah, even mathematics, physics, biology, in every discipline, they were not coming forward. And whereas the other things, now the latest, just we had Abul Kalam and Tipu Sultan and Dr. Khadir from Pakistan in atomic energy. And recently, Iran is coming forward among the super developed countries as a missiles, forwarding it. It's astonishingly doing a lot of research work internally. Really appreciate them. Like that, you also, my dear students, please take active part. Please take it as a motivation and come forward. I request the science teachers also, throw your science books. Don't touch the science books. Don't have a bookish knowledge. We will practically demonstrate and do these things with the hands of the students. Once upon a time, our teachers were doing like that. We were not able to read the science. They will ask us to do the experiment on the table. Every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, we will doing how to prepare hydrogen, how to prepare sulfur, how to prepare all these things, oxygen. Yeah, but now these things are changed and teachers are depending on the books. Please, first prepare yourself and get it into class. Make our future scientists, a budding scientists, as eminent inventors of the future, and let us have pride of the nation for this. Thank you for me giving the opportunity. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. It is very honor to me to present the felicitation address here. Respected chief guest and the president of this gallery and the all other dignitaries of the dais, on the dais. So may Almighty Allah peace be upon us. So today we are celebrating the science fair. இங்கே நிறைய அறிவியல் கண்டுபிடிப்பாளர்கள் சாதனையாளர்கள் இங்கே உட்காந்துருக்காங்கன்னா முதல்ல இங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய மாணவர்களுக்கு நம்ம எல்லோரும் ஒரு பாராட்டை தெரிவிச்சுக்கலாம்னு சொல்லி கேட்குறேன். பிகாஸ் டியூ டு த சைக்ளோன் அனௌன்ஸ்மெண்ட், ஸோ நிறைய ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து அந்த சைக்ளோன் அனௌன்ஸ்மெண்ட்டையும் கூட பெருசாக பார்க்காம தங்களுடைய திறமையும் தங்களுடைய கண்டுபிடிப்புகளையும் நமக்கு காட்டணுன்றதுக்காக இங்கே வந்திருக்காங்க. நான் அவர்களுடைய எதிர்காலத்துக்காக அல்லாஹ்விடத்தில் அதிகமாக பிரார்த்திக்கிறேன். இந்த மாணவர்கள் எதிர்காலத்தில் நமது நாட்டினுடைய சிறந்த அறிவியல் விஞ்ஞானிகளாக வர வேண்டும் என்று நான் கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். இங்கு நமக்கு ஓமியட் சார்பாக நடத்தப்பட்ட இந்த அறிவியல் கண்காட்சியில் பதிவு செய்யப்பட்ட மாணவர்கள் 230 மாணவர்களுக்கு மேல் பதிவு செய்திருந்தார்கள். இங்கு வந்திருப்பவர்கள் 180 மாணவர்கள் இங்கு வந்திருக்காங்க. அல்ஹம்துலில்லாஹ் 180 மாணவர்கள் இங்கு தங்களுடைய கண்டுபிடிப்புகளை இங்கு நம்மிடத்தில் காட்சிப்படுத்துவதற்காக வந்திருக்கின்றார்கள். அது மிகவும் நமக்கு பாராட்டக்கூடியது, வாழ்த்துக்குரியது. ஒரே ஒரு செய்தியை மட்டும் நான் சொல்லி நிறைவு செய்ய கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கின்றேன். முதலில் இறைவன் மனிதனை படைத்து, ஆதம் அலைஹிஸ்ஸலாம் அவர்களை படைத்து அப்படியே சும்மா விட்டுவிடவில்லை. ஆதம் அலைஹிஸ்ஸலாம் அவர்களை படைத்தவுடன் அல்லாஹ் தஆலா என்ன செய்தான் என்று சொன்னால், இந்த உலகத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா விதமான பொருட்களின் பெயரையும் அதன் அறிவையும் கற்றுக் கொடுத்தான். இன்று வரை நாம் இந்த உலகத்தில் பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய எல்லா விதமான கண்டுபிடிப்புகளும் இனி வரக்கூடிய காலங்களில் கண்டுபிடிக்கப்படக்கூடிய எல்லா அறிவுகளையும் இறைவன் இந்த உலகத்தில் ஏற்கனவே கற்றுக் கொடுத்து விட்டான். ஆனால் நம்முடைய கடமை, பொறுப்பு என்னவாக இருக்கின்றது என்று சொன்னால், அந்த அறிவை தேடி செல்ல வேண்டும். அதற்கு பெயர்தான் இந்த ஏஐ உலகத்தில் நாம் வைத்திருக்கக்கூடிய பெயர் இன்னோவேஷன் சொல்லிக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம். அப்போ இந்த காலத்தில் இந்த மாணவர்களை ஒரு இடத்தில் உட்கார வைத்து அவர்கள் உள்ளத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஞானத்தை வெளியே கொண்டு வருவதுதான் இந்த அறிவியல் கண்காட்சியினுடைய நோக்கமாக இருக்கின்றது. இந்த ஜென் சி, ஜென் ஆல்ஃபா, ஜென் பீட்டா என்று புதிய புதிய தலைமுறைகளை நாம் பார்க்க இருக்கின்றோம். ஆக இங்கே இருக்கக்கூடிய மாணவ செல்வங்களுக்கு இந்த அறிவியல் கண்காட்சியின் மூலமாக, இந்த சயின்ஸ் ஃபேர் மூலமாக நாங்கள் உங்களிடத்தில் சொல்லக்கூடிய வேண்டுகோள் என்னவாக இருக்கின்றது என்று சொன்னால், இது உங்களுடைய நிறைய கண்டுபிடிப்புகளை கற்றுக் கொடுக்க போகிறது. ஆனால் அதை நீங்கள் எப்படி பயன்படுத்த போகின்றீர்கள் என்பதை பொறுத்து தான் இருக்கின்றது. ஏனென்றால் இன்று நிறைய ஆசிரியர்களுக்கும் பெற்றோர்களுக்கும் பெரிய கவலையாக இருப்பது என்னவென்று சொன்னால், இதில் மாணவர்கள் அடிக்ட் ஆகியிருக்கின்றார்கள் என்று. இந்த மொபைலில் அடிக்ட் ஆகியிருப்பதால் உங்களுடைய அறிவும் ஞானமும் மங்கி போய்விடுகின்றது. இந்த சயின்ஸ் ஃபேர் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லக்கூடிய செய்தி என்னவாக இருக்கின்றது என்று சொன்னால், இதை சரியாக பயன்படுத்தி கொண்டு உங்களுடைய உள்ளத்தில் இறைவன் கற்றுக் கொடுத்த ஞானத்தை கண்டுபிடியுங்கள். எதிர்காலத்தில் இந்த நாட்டிற்கும் உலகிற்கும் புதிய புதிய பயனுள்ள கண்டுபிடிப்புகளை நீங்கள் கண்டுபிடிக்க வேண்டும் என்பதுதான் இந்த கண்காட்சியினுடைய நோக்கமாக இருக்கின்றது. நான் அல்லாஹ்விடத்திலே பிரார்த்திக்கின்றேன், இந்த விழா சிறப்பாக நடைபெற வேண்டும். இன்னும் இந்த உலகிற்கு பல்லாயிரக்கணக்கான அறிவியல் கண்டுபிடிப்பாளர்களும் மேதைகளும் உருவாக வேண்டும் என்று பிரார்த்தித்து எல்லாமல்ல இறைவனுக்கு நன்றி கூறி விடைபெறுகின்றேன். எல்லா புகழும் இறைவனுக்கு.
Of radiating eminence is a verbal menu of thought-provoking ideas and innovations. It is my honor to invite our guest of the day, Dr. A.R. Tirunavukarasu, Principal Scientist, retired Chennai, to grace this esteemed assembly with his presence and deliver the inaugural address.
It's a pleasure to be here. Most respected the President of the Society, the organizing committee members, my good friend Dr. Saul Hamid, and Dr. Ziauddin Ahmed, General Secretary of the OMEIAT, Muslim Society of Melvisharam, Dr. Nazir Ahmed, Vice President of OMEIAT, and Janab Muhammad Hamid, Treasurer of OMEIAT, and many other stalwarts, faculty members, professors from various institutions. I know this institute has got a branch of many under its purview. Me and Abdul Hakeem College of Melvisharam was closely related. But obviously, I am one among those who comes here often and then meet my young colleagues here and discuss with them many of the other things, but for science. Today, when Dr. Saul Hamid asked me to be here, I thought I may be unfit to be, but the moment I see my young mind here, the youngsters, the budding scientists of tomorrow, who is going to do wonders in the future, I am so happy. I am told that more than 100 participants had come, all from different parts of this great country. We have got a wonderful faith on them. They are going to be the architect of this nation. Not only this nation, they are going to send message to the world that we, this part of our country, will be giving the greatness as it was years back to the whole nation. And in that context, I learned quite a lot from here. I could see the voluminous displays. I hope that the innovative mind of the young, who feels that they can do, they are creating confidence on them, that I, as a scientist, will see that my things are flourished. We had a wonderful scientist in this country. The country owes a lot to him, who was from my own place, and that is nothing but Dr. ABJ Abdul Kalam. But for him, the country would not have seen the missile. Today, if the country is proud of its defense, it is because of that gentleman. It is because of that great invention. The most, when Kalam Saab told, the best of my invention is when I found a small and a light metal for the disabled. That is the mind he had got. He was one of the greatest human beings ever in the history would have produced. And same way, my part, I owe a lot to the Abdul Hakeem College for obvious reasons. I belonged to the place where from this founder of this institution was. It is nothing but Abdul Hakeem. Many of you may not be knowing. His ancestors were from my place in Tanjavur district, who had come here, met a great lady queen, and then got married and then settled here. That's the motivation he had, and he created this wonderful institution in part of the world. Today, Abdul Hakeem College, by virtue of the scientific innovations, inventions, thanks to my colleague, Dr. Saul Hamid, who had seen and made a stamp in the whole of the nation, the world, that there is a laboratory at the remote corner of this country or the world, that is Abdul Hakeem College, wherein this is recognized as one of the pioneering institutions, the best institution. We had in biological sciences, we are now struggling to find out the reasons and the medicines for a diagnostically how to go about it for a big animal which is economically important, the prawns. For that, his institution was started and thought that this is an institution which is recognized by the globally as the OMEIAT recognized institution for the diagnosis of the disease. The credit goes to the things. Nowhere in the world, in India, many institutions are working on, and the credit goes to Abdul Hakeem College. I feel That is the proud of this college. The strength of this college is because of the scientific invention. Science has no limit. It is endless. That's why the elders, the great Avai Pratyar, was an old poetess told, Kattadu Kaimannalav. You have learned what is a simple nothing but Kalladadu Ulagalav. There's no limit for the learning. We all study a lot, but learn a little. The young mind should see study is to be coupled with the learn. Learning is a process, studying is a process, but both are different. All people who study cannot be good learners. Learners are different. They are people who have got the motivation, they have got the determination, they have got the decision, they have to see what best he can do. He plan it. Study man just can be anything we can study. So learning is a process. That's why the famous poet Thiruvalluvar says, we never use the word padi. Padi means study. Kattadu, karka, kasadara, karpavai, kattabin, nirka, arakattaha. Learn and learn. And what you learn, you should stand and practice with your things. That's why we say it's a learning process. Still he says, what is science? Finding the truth. We have got empty number of superstitions in our life. Truth is more important than what we believe. Belief is a process, but truth is more important as a scientist. That's why we say, Epporul yar vai ketpinum, apporul meipporul kanbadarim. I may say something, he may say something, many people will say many things, but you should find out the truth behind it. That's symbolically very important. That's why it is not only for human being, because they can talk and deliver, then you can discipline and then encourage. But still he says in deeper, Epporul yattanmai taayinum. Whatever it may be, material, even immaterial, you should be Epporul yattanmai taayinum, apporul meipporul kanbadarivu. We should see the truth behind it. That is why the science is more important. The scientific contribution has been well explained. The greatest religion of the world, the most refined religion, which is considered to be the embodiment of science, scientifically endowed, scientifically compliant religions, is Islamism. Islamism, the recent religion, is the one which is based on science. Science is behind it, not simple faith alone. That's why that has created so many to the science, contributed so many to the science of the world. Whatever science is there today, practiced elsewhere, is based on the science, Islamic consideration. And that way, that religion's contribution to the science, young man, is a great. That's why we expect that nations which are pursuing and practicing Islamism will one day rule the science behind it. Now what is being ruled by other people are copied down. But the creators were the Islamic nation, or people who were committed to the Islamism. That's the reason why many of the institutions, many organizations in the whole of the nations now today follows what is practiced, was practiced today, because the contribution is from Islamism. So, in that way, OMEIAT, Organization of Islamic Minority Institutions, has created, this was created in the year sometime in the 1950s or so, 60s, 70s, to see that these minority institutions are brought under an umbrella with the motivation to see the science is behind it. The OMEIAT is doing a wonderful job. I know that it's a new college will started, and Abdul Hakeem College is a major partner of that. That is under that auspice, socially, the whole exhibition or the conference is now being held here. So OMEIAT is doing wonderful work. Islamism as a whole and OMEIAT as a thing, because the first university as Aligarh Muslim University was started. That is the Indian context. From Babar to Bahadur Shah, the science has seen, and the Islamism has contributed to the Indian science in a greater way. But for them, many would not have seen the greatest architectures, wonderful literatures, beautiful flowers and gardens in India. If at all any beautiful garden is seen, because of that, the contribution comes from the Islamic society. If at all a great institution, the beautiful towers like things are there, The architecture has come from them. That is the contribution they have made. Science, literature, and that is what not else is there. That's why young people, you should learn the process of science. Science is nothing but young people should have the determination, a vision, what I should do. For that, to achieve that, you should have a mission. For that, you should have a thinking process to be evolved. That's the reason why the young people are asked to. I am delighted to see so many displays and the projects that we will be witnessing that motivate you to imbibe. Abdul Kalam says, dream what you can do. Dream. Dream is not to sleep. You dream what you can do. What are you going to do? How best I can do? That's why you should always think and do that. There is a saying in Tirukural, Ennit Tuniga Karmam. Ennit Tuniga Karmam. Tunindabin enduvam enbadu ilukku. So you should learn, you should think what I should do, how I can do. That is the more important for the scientific mind. Same way, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. Nothing is impossible by young gentlemen. Nothing is impossible. Anything is possible. That is why we say, Muyarchi Thiruvanayakkam. You need not worry about anything which is not possible by me because I am small. No, nobody is small. Everybody can do anything. I have got my own, the intrusion, the interest, the innovations, the involvement makes you the people with the science to come out and flourish and then contribute to the society. I share my own experience. I hail from a small village wherein I have to grow across a field. One day when I was crossing, I saw something was wriggling in the water. There were two canals which were on the other side a little pot of water. The other side was a big tank. The other side water where the pool of water was there, it was something was wriggling. We were going in my school, we were going in a batch, 4 or 5 of us. When I saw the moment something is wriggling, I thought some fish is there. So fish is a very big one. So immediately I stopped leaving my friends there. Then my friends went. I was a little bit slowed down. I removed my shirt when I was in the 6th standard, put it then and caught hold of the fish, took it. That was, I was given in the school, my uniform is white and khaki. So the shirt got completely out. So when I reached home, you know the treatment I had, my father was shouting at me, useless fellow, I thought you may become a direct doctor or engineer or what not else. You have become a fisherman. He shouted and get me what the punishment. Those days fathers have the liberty to do the best punishment, whatever possible. So I heard that nicely. I enjoyed it. Next, the curse he made has become true. Throughout my life, I could not get out of the fish. That is the intrusion. Probably somebody has cursed me. My father has told, you will become a fisherman, not as a scientist, but fishery is a scientist. That is the thing. So what you have, what is in your mind in the young age, I should become like this. I should create something. I should make something innovatively. Take it to the society so that the society will get benefited ultimately. That would be the motivation for the thing. That is the idea behind such a wonderful conferences you are holding. I should compliment and congratulate all those who have come from different parts of the world. I welcome you all to this beautiful place. Though it is a remote, it has got a purpose for this place. This place is not like Mumbai or Chennai or anything. It's an atmosphere of learning process. You can learn anything from the Abdul Hakeem College science, get together, caring for each other, sharing with others. That is the motivation of the science. The purpose for which will be, you come here is to create a feeling that I should be like this. Raise your head and then tell the society, tomorrow I will be an atomic scientist, tomorrow I will be a missile man, tomorrow I will be a biological man, I will create a new thing. Your institution, for example, I can say, with the limited facilities available in this part, though not many institutions in India has got that part, has created wonders. Today, it is because a small cell he could find out biologically, he can do the cell line culture. He can create an animal out of it. We are in the process. He can create an animal out of this thing. That's this institution, by the contribution of my own colleague and my friend Saul Hamid, cell line culture is maintained here. It's a repository for India. It is knowledge spreading. He has trained many people in this country today who will be talking about, who has get the foundation. One day he will be creating, we are in the process of making our own fish meat, our own chicken meat, not to kill the animal. We create biologically, we can create it, we can make it in the process. And your institutions is also playing a partner in that. That credit goes to this. The institutions may be small, which is not possible. Many other big organizations is done by here. That is the reason why scientifically this institution got lost. It is a great merit for this. It has got the potential to see that young scientists are brought here and then requested to show their ability, to show their projects, to tell what they can do, and then create among them, discuss. I am a biologist, I am an ecologist, and I am a conservationist. I am a diverse politically or biotechnologically what I can do with the physics part, chemistry. So what the science part of it, this side of conferences are doing wonders. This is being, I am told that for every year they have done, and this year it is being organized by the Abdul Hakeem College in collaboration with the Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology. I am extremely thankful to see that I am also a part of it. I could get a chance to come over here and see all of you. I could meet the young mind in that. So the projects I may just glance through, and I wish all of you to get back very nicely with the innovative ideas, your thoughts, thought-provoking senses. Spread the message that I am a scientist, not as a layman. I should not be superstitious. I should take with me a science of it. I can believe, but I should experiment it. I should have the confidence with me, determination with me. Decision-making should be thorough. You should not dissipate your informations. That's why you have come here. I am sure that young people, with the collaboration of their faculties, learner teachers, because they are the pillars of the society, they will take a good message to them and make the society as a great and strong and then viable to the future. And many of you, all cannot come, at least some of you, some of the people will be emerging as a good scientists, good scholars, good people who create the life for the people. So in that way, I wish and pray that you all should become the prospectively best scientists in the future. I compliment this institution, the committee managements who has given the opportunities for the students to come over here, interact with each other, and go back with a great knowledge. I congratulate the organizers for organizing such a thing, especially to the OMEIAT for their ability, I know how much trouble you have taken to organize such a beautiful show for the young mind. As bringing the young mind is more important for us, because the weathering part will be out, the centuries, but budding will be there, because science is fast advancing. Something is just now talked about the mobile phones and the disastrous effect it is doing. So those parts we are not much bothered. We want that. We want the science is endless. It is progressing day by day. Within this short span of the decades, we see a tremendous part of the science development in all frontiers. Tremendous development. But for the goose of good of it should be taken part, the bad of it should be thrown out. That's the idea behind this sort of conferences. Again, I thank you all for giving me an opportunity to be a part of with you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Respected Dr. Ziauddin Ahmed Sahib, General Secretary, Melvisharam Muslim Education Society. Our guest today was rendered a wonderful speech, Dr. A.R. Tirunakarasu, Principal Scientist, retired, Central Institute of Brackish Water Aquaculture, Chennai, Dr. Peshmam Nazir, Dr. Said Shaul Hamid, Director, C. Abdul Hakeem College, and Dr. Abdul Hakeem from ISRO, who has joined us, and dear parents, teachers, children, judges, and all of you who are present here, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today, before I give you this gratitude speech, I want to give you a message. We should ask ourselves why we are here and how we are here. Today we are here for the 18th Science Fair. How this started and how OMEIAT started. It is because some people got together, they united, and they gave us a platform of OMEIAT, and we have improvised on that, and we have come here. So 18 years ago, like-minded people came together to establish this kind of affair. And Alhamdulillah, even during COVID, we were able to do it. Because we could not come, or the children could not come here, we did a virtual science fair. So how did this happen? This happened because when people get united, Allah's mercy showers on us. So today's message for you is, please volunteer yourself, please become a member of an organization, please unite for a cause, and definitely Allah's mercy will be on us. So you have all united for this cause, this beautiful ummah of mine. So you have united for a cause, and this is happening. Similarly, you unite in all the good causes and make a change in our society, in our nation building. So this is the message I wanted to give you. And so many people have contributed to this function in so many different ways, including the management of C. Abdul Hakeem College, and the teachers, the faculty, the students, of course, the volunteer students, and all of you. So I don't know all your names, but Allah knows your names and your contribution. So today, I record my gratitude to all of you who were involved in this, and I seek Allah's blessing on all of you who have contributed to such a big gathering, such a big event. May Allah's peace and blessing be on all of you. Thank you very much.
maybe Abdul Hakeem College. College, yes, the students are about 230 projects. Overall, last year. You are from? Anjuman Matriculation School. Islam. You are from? MMES. You are also from MMES. Big school. Three projects from. Very good. You are from? Very good. You are from? Big school. MMES. Which school? Islam. You are from? Yes, right? Sana school. Very good. In the school. Sana. Arrahman. Very good. Chennai. No, sir. Madurai. India. You are from? In the school. Islamia boys and students. Melvisharam. Very good. Where are you from?
I am from Inaugural Ceremony Matriculation Higher Secondary School.
Very good. You are from? Hyderabad. Islam. You are from? Hyderabad. अच्छा मिट्टी की खासियत पौधा और बारिश के पानी का Hyderabad.
Faster decomposition. Faster decomposition. Helps to keep the earth clean and prevents crops from rotting. The excessive pesticides are declining and rapidly decreasing. So we need to prevent more use of right? So I find your research act as a nature's way of solvent. It absorbs dyes and dye molecules in the framework. And the student has carried out the experiment. They have collected the data, they have analyzed the data, they have put it. இதுக்கு வந்து டீச்சருக்கு நான் ட்ரைனிங் எடுத்தேன். அதில் வந்து டாக்டர் இம்ரான் இவங்கெல்லாம் சார் இம்ரான் சார் இவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து ரிசர்ச் பர்சன்ஸ் கண்டக்ட் மெனி ஒர்க் ஷாப். டீச்சரை ட்ரெயின் பண்ணி அந்த டீச்சர் வந்து இன்டர்னல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸை கைட் பண்ணி தான் ப்ராஜெக்ட் வந்துருக்கு. என்ன தான் நம்ம பண்ணாமோ அல்டிமேட்டாக வந்து என்ன அவங்களுக்கு ரீச் ஆகுது என்ன பண்ணுறாங்கன்றது ஒரு இதுதான். அதனால் நம்ம வாட் வி ஹவ் டு லுக் ஃபார் வாட் வி ஹவ் டு லுக் ஃபார் இஸ் இதில் வந்து பையன் வந்து ஒரு ஐடியா கொண்டு வந்து பெருமையாக செஞ்சிருந்தான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, அது வந்து எக்ஸிபிட் தான், எப்போவும் எக்ஸிபிட் தான். அன்லெஸ் அண்ட் அதர்வைஸ் he has carried out the experiment, tabulate the data, analyze the data and continue. Otherwise it is not a science work. அது ரொம்ப பேசிக்கான ஒரு விஷயம். You look for it. அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து இப்போ அந்த இது அதாவது ஸ்டூடெண்ட் கிட்ட நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்க வேண்டியது வந்து அவங்க முதல்ல வந்து என்ன பிளான் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, வாட் இஸ் த ரிசர்ச் கொஷின், அவங்கள்ட்ட என்ன கிளாரிட்டி இருக்குது. ரொம்பவும் என்ன நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா மோஸ்ட்லி வந்து பேரண்ட்ஸ் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, டீச்சர் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. கோர்ஸ் வித்தவுட் ஹெல்ப் இந்த மாதிரி இது பண்ண முடியாது. இன்ஸ்பைட் ஆஃப் தட் பையன் வந்து அதை கிராஸ் பண்ணி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணி அவங்கள்ட்ட சப்போர்ட் வாங்கியிருக்கணும். பட் ஓல்டு கான்செப்டை அவன் புரிஞ்சு அவன் ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ணுறது தான் இங்கே